everybody. This is Jonathan Kiosk, job coach and agency linkage specialist from Yosemite Monarch Charter Schools, and you're listening to your transition podcast. Today, we hope you have that nice cup of hot cocoa, that holiday sweater on, and you're ready for a long needed winter break. I don't know about our listeners, Blake, but I am totally ready for this winter break.
Oh, me too, Jonathan. I'm really looking forward to eggnog. Eggnog, one of my favorites. Good food, presents, and time with friends and family. A little more normal this year than last, so it'll be nice. It's going to be really nice. Really looking forward to it.
I agree. Winter break is really, a time to rest and recharge and come back in the new year ready to work. The staff are ready to work hard for our students, and then students are ready to kind of push those goals. By the way, Blake, a great ugly sweater. It really is ugly.
Thank you. There we go. For those listening, I'm rocking my Winter is Coming Game of Thrones ugly sweater. And, yours is pretty ugly too there, Jonathan.
This is actually my nice sweater. Thanks a lot, Blake. Just kidding. Yeah, I have my vintage Niners, Niner sweater. And then my wife, this is my ugly sweater because she crocheted a green Christmas tree onto it. So just kidding, this is an ugly sweater. It's not my nicest sweater.
Hey, well, maybe I know what I'll be getting you for Christmas then. A nice sweater. So for our listeners out there, we here on our Pace podcast, we love giving away Starbucks gift cards. It's our new favorite thing, especially right now with their holiday drinks out. They've got all those, the eggnog, your caramel ones, your pumpkin spice, peppermint mocha. I mean, it's all out there. It's amazing, right? And so last month we asked students to vote for your top funny career meme, and this month we're asking you to comment on whose sweater is uglier. We've got two. We've got our San Francisco 49ers with our homemade crochet tree, and we have Game of Thrones Winter is Coming. Two very beautiful, very ugly sweaters. So go ahead and comment in here, whether it's Blake's or Jonathan's, and then like the video wherever you're listening or watching. And by doing this, you will enter yourself in a raffle for yet another Starbucks gift card. So yes, those holiday drinks could be on us if your name's selected.
Okay, everybody, be sure to vote. Blake, I am so excited about our show today. We had a student who last minute wasn't able to make it, but that's okay. We're going to ask our questions anyways. Just another plug, if you want to get involved with our interviews, you can always reach out to Blake or myself, and we'll get you involved. So today we will be interviewing Rose, who works in the human services. She had a bachelor. She has a bachelor's of science in healthcare from a college, charter college in Anchorage, Alaska. She's way up north by where Santa and his elves are working tirelessly to get those presents ready. Also, Rose is a San Jose Job Corp alumni. So, fun fact about Rose, again, she'll be sharing her story all the way from Anchorage today. We're super excited about that. We want our students out there to hear that there's not really one path. There's not, I got to go to Job Corp, or I have to go to college and I have to take this one path. As you'll find out today, there you can pick a right now path, and it could take you somewhere else. So I'm super excited about our show today. Okay, so before we get to the interview today, Blake, I have one request, and that is that you share your top 5 holiday/Christmas movie list.
Ooh, all right. That's pretty easy. All right. I mostly because I don't watch too many movies, so I mean, it was easy to throw this list together. However, at the same time, it was a little difficult. It was difficult ranking them. I mean, because they're all so good. But here we go. No, my top 5 are gonna have to be I'll start from the bottom. We'll go number 5. It could be pretty much anything, right? They're all so good, but I'm gonna throw it The Grinch Stole Christmas. I like the cartoon version. I mean, Jim Carrey's is good. It's good. But the cartoon version is just fantastic. Number 4, I'll go with the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen. Love those movies. Number 3, I'll go with The Holiday. Nice little rom-com in there. Jack Black's in there. I love me some Jack Black. Fantastic movie. Number 2, classic, A Christmas Story. It's a new tradition. I mean, the last few years, I always, we gotta have A Christmas Story on no matter what. And at number 1, I gotta go classic. Any of those claymation originals, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. I mean, they're just so good and nostalgic, and they're the perfect Christmas movies.
I love it. And hearing your list, it's like, wow, I why did I tell you to just pick 5? It's because all right. So here's my list. Okay, this is my favorite list. Okay, so number 5, It's a Wonderful Life, classic. Number 4, it's one of those ones where when I watch it every time, I get a little dust in my eye, and you may catch some waterworks happening with you made the tears flow, and that's a Polar Express. Another great one is Christmas Story is number 3. Number 2, I love this movie. I've been watching it with my kids, and that is Home Alone. We watched Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, such classics. I remember as a kid trying to make the traps that the 2 burglars try to make. So love Home Alone. And then number 1, it's just a silly one when I'm feeling really lighthearted, and that's Elf. Love Elf. Those are my top 5 movies.
I love it. Those are some great ones too. I mean, just classics. They're good. And Elf is just it is just such a good lighthearted movie. If you just want a good full belly Santa laugh, it's Elf right there. But who doesn't like a good holiday movie though? So while you're at it, if you want, you go ahead. We're already commenting in there about Starbucks, but just go ahead. Just for fun, go ahead and comment one of your favorite Christmas movies. We just want to see, what's out there, what you guys like, and we'll go ahead and throw in an additional entry for our Starbucks gift card raffle. So if you put in who you vote for the ugliest sweater and put your Christmas movie in, you double your chances to get one of those awesome Starbucks gift cards. So it's a holiday season. We're just giving it all away.
I know, we're giving it all away. Okay, I think we're having a little bit too much fun. We're letting the holiday spirit completely take over. But okay, before we jump into the holiday, before we let the holiday spirit just take us over completely, take us to, Blake, some tips of the month.
Okay. Gotta collect myself, shake off the snow. All right. So I guess we had enough fun for one episode here, right? I mean, it's all fun. It's always fun. But no, I should probably get to our tips of the month before we get taken off the nice list, right? So this month we're taking a look at soft skills and hard skills. So we've got some examples of both here. I'll start with hard skills. So hard skills are technical knowledge or training that you have gained through any life experience. And this includes your career or your education. Some examples of these might be bilingual or multilingual, database management, Adobe software suites, network security, statistical analysis, marketing, campaign management, programming languages, things like that. And on the other side, we've got soft skills. And what soft skills are personal habits and traits that shape how you work, whether that means on your own or with others. And so some examples of soft skills can include things like integrity, dependability, being able to communicate effectively, having an open mind, being able to work well as a team, be creative and problem solve, think critically, be able to adapt, be willing to learn, and be organized, things like that.
Okay, question. How does one improve their soft skills, Blake?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So I've got about 11 specifically tips and steps to improve your soft skills. So first, be open to feedback, right? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Communicate often and emphasize teamwork. These kind of all go together right here, right off the bat. And so does number 4, build positive relationships. So we're all going to really kind of make you a very well-rounded teammate, especially when you're at jobs. We're all hired in the same company, whatever that may be. We're all part of a team. We're all part of a well-oiled machine. You're just one cog. So when all the cogs work together, everything runs really smoothly. Step outside your comfort zone is a really good way to kind of build on those soft skills. Get ready to learn and adapt to workplace changes. Observe others. You can learn a lot from seeing what other people do. And honestly, that can mean from watching other people do something wrong to doing the right thing. You can learn from everything that's going on around you. You want to work through conflict, which is really important, especially how you work through conflict. Some of these other things like communicating, emphasizing teamwork, being empathetic. A lot of these are skills that can be built and worked on while working through conflict. A lot of times you find out who the best employees are when it comes to working through things like adversity. And a couple more, take on a leadership role. And the easiest one, arrive to work on time, right? You gotta, I know we talked about time management in previous podcast. It's the easiest way to start, and you look so good when you do it. Just arrive to work on time or early. So remember that there are many benefits to improving your soft skills, including relationship building with coworkers and career development. And guess what? These soft skills, they can even translate into your personal life, which is, a twofer.
Absolutely. How about if one wants to improve their hard skills, Blake?
Yeah, well, there's a couple ways we can do that. We can get certifications. So there are several certifications available for a variety of different hard skills. And acquiring a certification is a great way to improve or learn a hard skill and provides you with some solid evidence of that skill that you could put on your resume. So, say if you're going into some kind of medical field, getting CPR certified, boom, first aid certified, it's like you learn how to do this, you have that hard skill, and then you also have a certificate, so that way you can prove like, boom, I got this, I'm certified, I can do it, you're in good hands. Another way is online courses. That is huge these days, right? Everything's online, especially with the pandemic and everything. You pretty much do almost anything on an online course. And it's super convenient. It's a great way to learn new skill or improve your existing skills. And the best part about it, it's usually self-paced. So you can usually do these things. You can be improving a skill that you're learning in the workplace. It's very complementary. And then practicing, just practice makes perfect.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. So much to think about. Those are great tips that can lead to gainful employment. Okay, guys, I'm super excited about our guest today. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into some of these questions that you, the student population, asked for our guest speaker today. Okay, so first off, our students want to thank you, Rose, for sharing a little bit about your journey and for answering our questions today, or their questions today. Rose, can you share how you heard about the Job Corp program, and also which Job Corp program did you attend? We know Job Corps in the history. Can you share that with us?
Yes, thank you for the question. First, thank you for having me here. I am happy to share my experiences with you all. I've heard of Job Corps when it was first introduced to Samoa by the congressman candidate for the election back in 2000. So this candidate, he came to talk to us seniors and introduce Job Corps to us. And so one of the goals was to promote great education opportunity for low-income families, where high school graduates has the opportunity for low-income families where high school can have a chance to the mainland to have access to great opportunity of education, like to advance their career and education to the mainland. Congressman candidate Cus Henneman introduced Job Corps to American Samoa for the first time. So I was one of those 3 students that was in that very first group to Maui, Hawaii site. I was happy that I was elected because first you have 3 requirements. You gotta reach 3 of them. And 1, GPA requirement, 2, you have to be a US citizen, a US national, and your family or parents should meet the income guidelines.
Okay.
Wonderful. So I had a question. So for students that are listening right now, could you share why they should join, or better yet, how was the Job Corps instrumental in your success?
I say you should join the Job Corps. It was a God-given gift and experience for me. For me, it was a way out to the US for a better future. I came from a poor family of 12 people. My mother was an educator. That was the only income in our family. My mentality then was to help my mother to better our family living and financial situation. The only way to make it happen is to have a good education. I feel that going to college, getting steady career would be a great way to build a path to success for me and my family. It was a golden opportunity to a real life education where I could take myself to college. Since my parents couldn't afford sending me to college, the military was not an option to my parents. 2 years college opportunity in American Samoa was not enough. It was a little struggle for all of us to make it to college because of the funding and income wise. The other thing is, I call Job Corps my bridge to success. That's how I call Job Corps. I call it my bridge to success. It has made a big impact in my life. It changed me in many positive ways, and it was a unique experience. I saw it and took advantage of it. I went to Job Corps. I knew so little about that program. I was scared. I was a scared young islander that left home age 17. I've learned most about life on my own. I was not the same person. when I left my family back in 2001, after I graduated from Job Corps 2004, I was in Maui site, Hawaii Job Corp Center for 1.5 years, and then another 1.5 years in TCU Advanced Clerical Training Program in San Jose, California. Job Corp has been a great instrumental to my success in all ways. Because of Job Corps, I have gone jobless, never gone jobless in my life. I hope that answers your question.
I love it. I'm inspired. I used to tell students when I worked at the San Jose Job Corps, I wish I would have known about this opportunity when I was younger. It's just such an opportunity. Okay, and you kind of talked a little bit about TCU. So can you share a little bit more about what did you complete at the at Job Corps? So I know you attended Maui, and then I know you attended San Jose. You went into TCU. A lot of our students, they don't know. They're high schoolers. They don't really know about the Job Corps program. Can you share what TCU is, maybe, and then share what trade? Because TCU, for those listening, is an advanced trade. So what was the trade that you completed at Job Corps? And then if you could explain a little bit about TCU. I know we're pivoting a little bit from the script, but I want to make sure our listeners really get this.
Thank you. Yes, of course. I had completed and accomplished a ton of things. Not just one, not just two, ton of things. I lost track of how many things I've done in there. I started off in Maui Job Corps in a regular academic class. Because I was considered U.S. nationals, I was given an academic regular class. Mathematics, reading, English, ESL, English second language. This is because we were not English first language. And so we were awaiting a tape test scores. We'd taken the tape test to know what level of knowledge that we have, because we are not from America. The tape test came back higher than 600. I was removed from all the academic classes like right away. And since nursing was an offer, I was given the second trade option of office business technology trade to start with. The trade usually completed within 9 months, but I had completed the office business trade in 6 months. But I had work-based, yes, I saw that.
Awesome, that's awesome.
But I had completed that a little bit below 9 months. So I have taken 2 months of work-based learning. I know you're familiar with that. Mm-hmm. One was working in Job Corps Outreach Administrative Office in Outreach Department. Work-based learning is an education strategy that provides students with real-life work experience. In the Outreach Office, I've learned to teach my peers and trainees about how to properly sell themselves to employers by winning any job they applied for by conducting mock interviews with them. Students that are about to exit the program, like working with resumes and cover letters preparation, putting together a professional portfolio, and practicing good employability skills. I've completed my second work-based learning for 2 months as an X-ray technician at Maui Memorial Hospital, where I've learned to file hospital charts, computer logs, pulling charts for upcoming appointments, and learning about the healthcare industry. So prior to completing my WBL, or they call it work-based learning at the hospital, I started to express interest more in helping people and working at the hospital settings. Because of my high score on the tape test, I was qualified to enroll in college. Job Corps sent me to college. Job Corps paid for my college degree. Yes, you heard that right. Job Corps paid for my college degree. Yes, I was able to take the semester accelerated nursing aid program. Yes, with Maui Community College in Kahului, Hawaii. I passed the Hawaii state exam, the board exam for CNA. April 2002. I was working at Kula Hospital as a CNA, made $16.50 an hour. 1 year since I left home, I got a real paying job to help my mother with my siblings to school and money to have in a wallet. Life was good. My counselor then asked if I wanted to leave Job Corps since I got a job in the nursing field. I said, nope, nope, I am still young. And what are my options since I still got like 2 more years of Job Corps left? So they're trying to kick me out, but I was like, nah, So they say your options are to challenge the tape test again for a much higher score to enter advanced program, advanced training, a clerical training in San Jose, California, or going back to college and getting to the LPN program for nursing. So I chose advance my education and keep learning as many different fields as I could in that 3 years period. My thoughts were, the more I learn, the more I know with different fields and more knowledge in different areas, I wouldn't worry about having some narrow chance in getting a job. So for instance, if the economy goes down, people are starting to be laid off from work, I'll be able to find another job in the same day, like that, snap a finger. In other words, never go jobless in the States. I refuse to go jobless with a chance to be homeless in the streets of California. No, my family grows depending on it. So I took the tape test again and passed the requirements score to TCU Advanced Clerical Training in San Jose, California. Before I was transferred to San Jose, California, I was assigned to a student driver class to learn how to drive. Well, of course, it's crazy in those roads. I mean, I came from an island where one way go and one way back, and these are like boom, boom, everywhere. Oh my God. I'd rather have wings to fly than learning how to drive, right? But anyway, I was in that driving class and trying to get my permit, to start driving. I was still a minor at the time. Not only that I have accomplished so much academically, but also in life skills. I have completed a year in KP. I don't know if you guys you're familiar with KP, a kitchen assistant school to work program on campus. So where I assigned to work volunteer at the kitchen and cafeteria to assist the chefs with minor preparation, maintenance cleaning, and dishwashing in campus, to have that kind of experience so you can work at the restaurants, and earn tips. And also I have completed a year of being in a dorm lead, a bay leader they call it the other time, for in the dormitories. Like I'm a dorm lead in the dormitories. Also awarded multiple awards of being in a trainee of the month, academic trainee of the month, most improvement trainee of the month, excellence trainee of the month, and recognition of achievements in the IGR, performance and research. I left Hawaii Job Corp. I was their student body government secretary at Maui side. I arrived at San Jose campus on August 2003. And it was a challenge to move from a smaller world in the United States, move into a huge city. Ooh, it was hard to adapt, but it was a continuation in advanced part of my business career. I've completed multiple courses at TCU. It's called TCU, which is Transportation, Communication, Union, Advanced Training. That's what it stands for. I've accomplished employability skills when I was there, safety and regulations, transportation, also Microsoft, and word processing, and mathematics fundamental consumer, as also a receptionist certification, and again, driver's license. That's all TCU.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Yes, that's all TCU right there.
Rose, I just want to say, if I could just interrupt, I love your enthusiasm for the program. I feel the same way when I talk about Job Corp. I just gave a presentation, and I felt like jumping out of my seat when I was talking about the program. I just absolutely, I love it. felt. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We have another question. Blake, did you want to finish that thought, Rose, and then we'll jump into the next
Yes,
question?
maybe a minute, just a minute.
Okay.
And then prior to leaving TCU, just before, we have 2 work-based learning, and that's just working with the California Amtrak through TCU as a seasonal survey worker and
Wow.
data entry worker. Yes, so
Wow.
those, you earn money over there, you know.
Yeah.
And when I left San Jose Job Corp, I was a dorm rep and a student body government acting vice president on site. And last, I was a 2 times winner for the JAX essay competition, because they do have those over there. First place winner for the JAX essay writing competition within the states of California, and was placed 2nd place winner at the regional JAX essay competition 2003 of How Job Corps Changed My Life.
Wow, I love it. I love it. There are countless stories for those of you listening. There are countless stories like Rose, and I definitely get her enthusiasm. All right, Blake, go ahead and ask the next question that students have for Rose.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say it's just incredible. Like, just the amount of accomplishments you have. And someone like me obviously prior to Jonathan, I had never really heard anything about Job Corp before. Like, it's just mind blowing listening to everything that you're able to accomplish with this. And so what I'm wondering now is, so after Job Corp, what does the journey look like for you?
Whew. I'm not gonna lie. Tough one. My exit interview was so sudden that we kind of lost track on where I was left on my, the days of my program. I didn't know exactly if I wanted to take my skills and go back to American Samoa and find a better job, or just continue helping my mother out with family, or just to work in California. I decided to stay in San Jose. It was a struggle where I had to learn to manage my money, to start paying rent, because Job Corps, everything is free. But this time I'm starting to pay rent, save up for gas to go to work, learning my ways around, learn to take the public transportation to get to work, learn to prioritize things that were most important in my life, in my living situation, like job and my lifestyle. There were times I had to work 2 jobs to keep a roof over my head. I've got rid of friendships that were negative and tend to drag me down to my lowest, and just focusing on getting my life together and continuing elevating my status. So I went back to college. Yes, I went back to college. But going back to college this time was not much of a pressure and fear. The fear of failure or unsuccessful. Thanks to Job Corp for all those tape tests that I have been taken multiple times to be able to elevate to another level of education. I put myself in college to get my medical assistant degree, and later graduated with associate's degree in AA as the allied health, while working 2 jobs in the business field. One is a dispatch at Paramount's Great America. I know you guys are familiar with that. Yes. Ride for free. In Santa Clara, California. And the second one is as a store operator at Target store. It was shocking at the same time, holding in my life together for the first time without Job Corp. It was hard. So I was getting paid weekly at Target as a store operator, and bi-weekly at Belmont's nursing home. And man, I had to wake myself up. No more, can you wake me up? No, I had to be my own alarm, be my own alarm. I gotta wake myself up, be my own motivator, learn my ways around the big city, learn to catch the light rail, the train, the bus to and from the work. The experience was tough, but it wasn't like it was a surprise. No, I knew it was going to be this way because of Job Corps. These were the things they trained us to be ready for. Be ready for the real world. It's real talk, world of opportunities. So I can't say the ride was smooth and beautiful, but I could say it was not easy. But because of Job Corps, I wouldn't have made it off that ride. Job Corps well-trained me, shine me, ready me, and color me up to face the darkness of this world and to be better than my shadows. That's what I have to say.
What did you wind up majoring in again in college?
Oh, so 4 times I went to college. Um, the first time I went to college, I went to Maui Community College, graduated with my CNA, Certified Nurse's Aide, as licensed in the state of Maui, Hawaii, and got me working in the hospital and healthcare industry. The second time I went to college, I went to Priman Cornethian College in San Jose, graduated with CMA, Certified Medical Assistance degree, got me working in medical clinics, any kind of clinics. And third time I went to college, I went to charter college, graduated with my associate's degree in health, and that's in Anchorage, Alaska. And it took me back in working in a healthcare industry. The fourth time I went to college, I also went back to charter college, graduated with my bachelor's of science. And right now I'm working in a social services field, working with the Alaska homeless population. Soon I'm looking into starting my master in addiction counseling, looking into counseling individual with drug addiction.
I love it. I love it. You know, for our students listening, I just want to, just in hearing Rose's story, I just want to emphasize that there's really no one path. Like I remember thinking in high school, like there's one path. I have to select the career I'm going to be in for the next 40, 50 years. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about your story, Rose, was that your path was like, nope, I'm going to keep figuring it out. I'm going to keep going for it. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to see what I like. I heard at Job Corp, a friend of mine who oversees or works with students in helping them discover what it is they want to do. I remember him saying as a career counselor, our grandparents and great-grandparents, if they were in if they had a factory job or some type of career, they were probably in that career for 40 or 50 years. The industries have changed, but also students these days, graduates, that first career that you're choosing, it's probably not, it may be, but statistics show that it's probably not where you're going to land for the next 40 to 50 years. Except for Blake and me, right? We love our jobs, Blake, right?
Exactly.
I hope I'm here another 40 or 50 years. But go ahead. I didn't mean to take your next question, Blake, but I'll go ahead and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I was just, with all this lived experience, all this amazing accomplishments under your belt, I'm just kind of curious, what advice would you give to students who are thinking about life after high school and who are kind of unsure about what it is they want to do?
My advice is to go to Job Corp if you cannot afford college after high school. Take advantage of such great opportunities to make something better for your life. Most of the time, our parents may not have the money to put us in college. Our GPA may not qualify us to be accepted in any colleges or universities. But this is another way that comes with much more than just an education, much more than just a trade, much more than just meeting people of all backgrounds, much more than just the word school, much more than you think. You will find yourself in there, and you will come to realize how lucky and blessed to be part of the golden opportunity to learn as you grow, love life as you live in it, make something out of what you have been seeing, create a better path for you. Take what you can take, sharpen up your speech, and be in the future. Be that future that you want. When I went to Job Corp, I didn't really know what I want. They asked me what were the first 3 best interest trading mine to give them an idea of what trade I would be taking. I saw what they had, so I just picked randomly. 1, certified nursing. Yeah, I'll try nursing because that's where all the money's at. I'll never go jobless. That's in my head, whispering to me. The second one, I said business technology because I know I could type. I could work any office. I can be somebody's boss. And then 3 is certified medical assistant. I love blood. I'll just take blood, like, and things like that.
Not
Like my
me,
strength,
not me. Yeah, the trades
and
like
my
dental
strength.
assisting, I would tell students, you really gotta enjoy looking inside people's mouths all day,
Yes. So, those are the 3 things. And I think that, and that for me, that's how it got started for me. I didn't really know where to start. You just have to find yourself in it and learn as you go. I am a living testimony of that student after high school that have no idea what I'm going to do. Very
Learn as you
unsure.
go. Learn as you go. Okay, so and I feel like I've heard a lot, but I just want to throw this out there. This is the next question. What? Maybe give us 3 things that you really liked about the Job Corp.
Everything. Like I said, I love everything. I'm going to break it down. So, Job Corps program, it giving you the chance to individual from low income families or low income themselves to have a chance to better education, a chance to youth that is homeless or living on the streets with big dreams. Job Corps is a jumpstart. Provides you with training, life skills. This is another way to go to college, a way to get a high school diploma and going to maybe an internship program without a penny from your pocket. You are provided with knowledge. You will need to keep your career and elevate on your job. When you are getting closer to complete, you will be assigned a student driver's class in order for you to attain a driver's license so you can get yourself to and from back to work. Job Corps will maintain and keep in contact with you after 1 year, when you leave the program. And you will receive like the $1,200 check, $1,200 check. It's like a bonus that they give you after you complete it. So yes, during my time, it was $1,200. I don't know right now.
It may have changed, but I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes, so it changed, huh? The second is discipline. Ooh, discipline. Job Corp. With the discipline. I used to slack off a lot when I came in for the first time in Job Corps. I used to do things or say things without thinking before I say it. I learned to control my tongue, because sometimes the tongue will get you busted out there in the real world. So I've learned, to watch what I say. I've changed, and discipline was not a joke in Job Corp. Like in those military movies, early wake ups, the RA in the dorms yelling, "You got 30 minutes to get out and get out, get up and get out of here. Go do your thing," Learn to prioritize things, to do things in the morning the right way, like clean up my room, fix my bed, morning, make sure my trash is empty and clean up the bathroom and the mirror. You will hear your RA's mouth when you come back from your day if you don't do all this things in the morning. Oh, please. And dressing according to the dress code of your trade. That's a hassle too. Looking for skirts, they're not too high, not too low, but yes, you'll get used to it. Making sure that you make it time to get on the bus. And if not, you'll be riding the transit bus to go to college or to your school site. Dorm meetings in the evening is where we hear all the announcements, hear the areas that we need to work on, and my favorite, role plays meeting. I love those. Are those still happening? I'm not sure, but those are good. All the trauma, and then we have to act it out. They come up with a topic, and we have to pick who's going to act out. And it's a way to learn how to solve problems in a group, and I love that. And that's my other. I left. When I came to Job Corps, I was a girl. But when I left Job Corps, I was a leader. I was mature, strong woman. I was confident. I was caring about myself, loving myself as a person with talent, and career, and a whole new person that they prepare me. A whole new person, a whole new me. I was like a trap animal. I can't even defend myself, in any argument. But with the public speaking, leadership roles, and conducting meetings on campus, it gave me the opportunity to practice more. And now I can defend myself, and I'll be able to stand up for myself and do what's right and the best for me. I speak up nowadays. The other one is benefits. Oh, I like this one. Job Corps paid for my school, my college, send me to different workplace learning where I get paid. It paid my fare back and forth from American Samoa to Hawaii. And even when they went to California, everything is free. I just jump on the plane. They paid everything. I didn't feel like I was in prison when I was in campus. I was given a chance to get a pass to leave campus on Friday nights or, for the weekend and return back on Sunday night. Those nights, I used to enjoy my life with families. Oh, and I know you two know this too. We're going to hotels, throw a party, get drunk, and then we all make sure we're sober before we could return to campus. Because we ain't going back to campus when we're all high and everything. Because you know what? They will breathalyze you.
Yeah. So for
real.
students listening out there, the Job Corps program treats it like the campus, like the workplace. So it is a federal facility. So if a student is 21 and they go off campus and they have a few drinks, I was just sharing on another, it was either a podcast or actually it was a class I was talking to, that if you had maybe one or two drinks, you're 21 and you're in the program and you walk back on campus, and they will breathalyze you, and it will be like going to a federal facility, like walking on the White House with alcohol or under the influence. So there are rules. There are definitely structures put in place, because when you're on that campus, it is a federal facility, and then it's job training 24/7.
Right.
So
Yes.
We've seen students throw it away in my time working at the Job Corps program, because maybe someone said, "Hey, come off campus. We're gonna go." They're of age and they're gonna have a few beers and they're gonna come back, and at the security shack, they wind up breathalyzing them, and they wind up getting, they call it teed or terminated. And they're like, wait a second, I'm 21, I'm 22, because the program goes up to 24. So it's like, wait a second. And it's like, well, this is a federal facility. So thank you for bringing that point up, Rose.
Thank you so much. And yes, and just know that is not the end of the world. It's not jail. They're giving you chance to go and enjoy life, but you just need to know how to do it. So you still have a chance to grow and enjoy life while you're studying. So the last couple one is diversity. I met and developed relationship with people of all kinds of nationalities. Learn their ways, learn their language and cultures, eating their food, learn their dances, ways to respect, showing love, and support and respect religious, because they're all different people over there. I met so many friends and new people from all over the world. And so, for example, IGRs is where famous people and society or different cultures and different groups are recognized. So, for instance, we will have a Polynesian Day. So all Polynesian students and staff together will put up a show, and we perform different Polynesian dances. I used to perform a Samoan dance in IGR. That was fun, and that was just a way to celebrate life and love one another. Last but not least on that one is campus life and activities. Like we talked about some of them, and we would sign up to go to different activities that the recreation department set up for us, and this is all free by Job Corp. Some of my favorites are movie nights, amusement parks runs like Six Flags, Paramount's Great America, Go-Kart, and all that, beach runs, store runs, Luau Festival, all of that, all free, paid by Job Corps. Memories of a lifetime that you can have. Job Corps do make sure that we follow all the rules and not under any influence of any drugs. Random drug testings upon suspicions will be done, and I like this. Performing locker search.
If I could interrupt too, and this is just a key point I shared in one of our workshops. I hear this question all the time from students. Well, medical or marijuana is legal, Mr. Jonathan, in California. And I tell them, again, you're dealing with a federal facility. So
yes,
you will be tested. I've heard that question probably hundreds of times. in my years of giving presentations is, hey, it's legal, right? It's legal in certain states. Well, because you're still in a federal facility, and all medications will need to go through a process. Because you will be tested, and they also treat a student taking prescription drugs that weren't prescribed to them the same way as they do drugs and alcohol. So just make sure that you know all that before going in. Sorry, I just wanted to share that because it always
comes up. I'm happy that you elaborate too, and just so that they know all this information, so that they know what to expect. And because random drug testing of all institutions will be done no matter what. And not only that, performing lockers, such like I said, breathalyzer tests, urinalysis tests, and are done to determine, and then that's how they determine if you'll be terminated or another, they can do something else than just terminating you. Because it's alcohol is a $0 tolerance and on campus, and we all know that. So yes.
Okay, I want to skip the challenge question, Blake, because I feel like some of the things that we talked about, like the chores and
yes,
working with other people, those are kind of like, those are challenges. Working in groups, those are challenges that they're going to face. I mean, I wanted to jump into the next question, which is just for students out there, if you could give them some bit of advice that would help them succeed in their careers. I know you'd probably say go to Job Corp, but what else? So what else? What is something else that has really helped you succeed in your career? We've heard from a lot of our speakers things like being able to work with others. What is something else, Rose, that you would like to share to help our students understand the necessity of this in their careers?
I would say, I would advise my high school self or high school people that are young age right now, they're observing, to start observing and learn about their passion while they're in high school. I wanted to join the military, but my parents wouldn't approve of it. And I have to go to Job Corp. So for them, the important thing is, if you know that this door is closed, look for other opportunities. Look for another door that is, with open, that you can take and experience life and know what you want. The important thing is to know that the show is yours.
I love that. The show is yours.
Yeah, the show is yours. You know that's your life that you wanted to change, and that's something that you want in life in the future. So to keep a job, I would say the most important thing is that you know how to be on time, because the manager does not want you just to buzz right in and it's 15 minutes after. No, be on time is the most important thing. If you can be on time, your employers or other people that you work with can depend on you. But if you can't be on time, it's going to be a load to another person, extra work for another person. And of course, nobody will want to work with someone that's always late, and then everybody else will not like you and starting to dislike you, and, more hassle, and the work environment will be hostile because everybody's going to be mad at you. You can't even be on time. You know what I mean? So be on time, be respectful. Like I said and mentioned before, know how to talk. Know your strict talk. You just stay with you when you're at home. Know how to speak professionally when you're at work, because that's how we communicate. English is the universal language. So don't be talking another language, your native language, to another person and expect that person to know. That's very disrespectful. Speak English when others that, will understand, so they don't feel slighted. They don't feel like, oh, you're talking about us, huh? You know what I mean? That kind of feeling, filled involved, not
so working on those communication skills. And that's one thing that we were sharing in the workshop that we're really, Job Corp really emphasizes is learning about different cultures and diversity, like you mentioned, but also working on that business communication, which is always different, right? We all communicate in different ways. All right, so we want to be respectful of your time. So I'm going to have Blake ask the last question.
Yeah, and I feel like we kind of even touched on it a bit, but I just want to touch on it. I know it could be quite overwhelming for students when they think about the future. I know it even is for me, for anybody. So I guess, do you feel that students have to know right away what it is what they want to do?
Definitely true, yes. Definitely true about overwhelming when it comes to thinking about your future. I was too. When I was on my last semester in high school, man, I was stressed. I feel that students should know what they want. I think you should be thinking about what you want to do when you become a freshman. You should become that person you want to be. Just learn how you want to get there. Have your own brainstorming, paper and pen down, have it all down. And again, the key is you. You should know what you want.
Yeah. Now, and I think what Blake was saying when he said, you kind of touched on it, was that kind of knowing what your passions are is different than having it all figured out. So we want to let you guys know you don't have to have it all figured out. There's that journey that like Rose went through, where she was trying to kind of figure it out, and she tried different things. And so thank you so much, Rose, for sharing a little bit about your journey today. I know we don't have a ton of time, but hopefully our goal with these PACE podcasts is hopefully students feel a little bit more ease when they're thinking about that they have to have it all figured out. You should know, and you should know, but also give yourself the grace to discover. So obviously, so I had a friend, it took him, oh my goodness, I want to say like 12 years to get his undergrad because he kept hopping around to different things. So we're not saying that, but so you should kind of have an idea. And there are those times where you have to kind of make a decision. But we hope today's podcast just kind of put you guys at ease. Like Blake said, it can be really overwhelming. And just want to share with our audience that if you choose a Job Corp program, just like Rose, it could be a stepping stone. This doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to go into, like Rose went into that medical assisting and TCU trade, which is working with planes and trains and all that. That doesn't mean that you have to stick with that for the next 40 or 50 years. And it's not the end goal. You could just look at it as a stepping stone. So we just want to let you guys know that that's okay. Also, want to just kind of mention to our students out there that we are always looking for student speakers. Thank you all for these questions today. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can reach out to us if you want to be involved in this podcast in any way. And so that concludes your transition podcast. We will catch you on the next one, and we hope that you all enjoy your winter break. Blake, would you take us away with a holiday song?